Hey guys, hope all is well. In today's video, I would just like to respond to some comments on my how to do transcendental meditation video because there's so many comments on that video. I've tried to respond to some of them on YouTube in the comment section, but yeah, there's several that are really fascinating to me, and one in particular sparked my attention to make this video. And so I, I'm just going to respond to that one, which it would be the title of this video, and then go through them just, yeah, just to know what the people are thinking, you know? So the comment is this from David Thompson 7847. Dom is right, should not pay for TM, or any other form for that matter. Zen Buddhist masters rely on donations. They cannot earn income. That is a really interesting point because um, basically, as I was saying in the video, they charge exorbitant amounts to teach this TM, the Transcendental meditation, right? Which is more or less the exact same that I taught in the my How to Do Transcendental Meditation video, just with a few differences. But in my method. But yeah, that's a really good point. I think it should be free for everybody and anybody to learn how to do meditation, whether it be transcendental meditation or any other type of meditation. It should be free for all, you know. And if people want to donate, I think that's great. You know, like you could have a model where people can donate, or maybe you just make a little income from some source like me on this channel. Now I'm monetized on this channel, just for your information. And so I am making a little bit of money from the ad revenue, and you might see a few more ads on the videos, but I'm not out there being like, all right, give me $1,000, I'll teach you meditation, guys. But yeah, really good point, because also when the first Westerners went to India or to other countries to learn meditation, um, obviously they wouldn't pay anything. They would have had to pay to get there, which maybe in the past would have been more difficult. But it would just be like in India, it would be like some yogi, some guru, like living in a cave or whatever. And, you know, maybe you bring him like some vegetables or fruits or whatever, like just to help him out as a donation, as said. And then, you know, it's not even in return. He just teaches you it because you come to him, you want to learn his meditation. Maybe you heard from the villagers or whatever that he was teaching this beautiful meditation, you know, to get into this like different state of mind, right? But it's not like an exchange, you know. It's like, you know, he will teach you and you just go to him, kind of thing. But if you want to donate to him, like food or some sacred herb or whatever, then you can, you know, donate to him like as you wish. And the same with the Buddhist monks. Like with Buddhist monks, they essentially take like a vow of poverty. And same with I guess many religions, although Buddhism I don't think is technically a religion. But here where I am is a Catholic temple, a Catholic cathedral. And at least, I'm not sure if it's the same nowadays, but at least in the past, the priests and nuns and whatnot, they would all take like a vow of poverty. Like, so they are not technically allowed to make profit from like what they're doing, you know. Their goal is to help the poor, to rise up, you know, to give them food, to help them in any way that they can, you know. And the same with the Buddhists, you know, they do something similar but with a different outlook, and so on. I'm not really big on Catholicism myself, but I recognize that it has positive aspects, you know. And so thank you so much, David Thompson, for that comment. Very good point. I think the Transcendental Meditation people should figure out a way to do it that is a completely donation based, but I don't think it is that way. I did see in another comment that they give free tuition to veterans. So that's a good thing, I suppose. Although, if we didn't put ourselves into these wars and whatnot, we wouldn't have veterans. Many wars are pointless, you know? But aside from that point, yeah, I think that, yeah, we need to just spread the meditation for free. And if I did my own meditation, like, mm, meditation classes, like in person or online or whatever, I would just like do it on the beach. I would post on Facebook like, "Hey guys, come down here. I'll teach you transcendental meditation, like donation or whatever." Like, if they don't want to pay anything or if they don't really have anything to pay, like that's cool. You know, they can come learn transcendental meditation. If they like want to donate like $1, that's cool. If they want to donate $1,000, that's cool. You know. But if they wanted to donate $1,000, I would be like, no, I don't want to accept it, kind of thing. Like, you know, because it's like that would be like too much, you know, to donate for such a small cause. And I would feel bad, you know, taking from their savings and whatnot. But if they're like super rich, like a billionaire, I'd be like, all right, I'll take your $1,000, like, you know, use it for my living expenses and so on. But yeah, the next comment I want to move on to is from Susan Rodriguez, 9647. Says, "Thanks for posting. I paid that $1,300 for the lessons that seemed like a huge waste of money and time. I think there were sessions I had to attend with a small group, such a scam. And then the whole secret word given to each of us. Don't tell anyone. So ridiculous. There's a lot of hush-hush around exactly what the technique is, and you explained it so simply. Thank you again. I really thought I was missing something and stopped trying, but it makes sense what you said about making it routine. I'm going to try again." Yeah, you know, that's really good to have like a first-hand account of somebody kind of who took this and they didn't really get a lot of value out of it, I guess. You know, so it seems like they are on the same page as me in regards to that. Next comment from Edward Alexander 2492. "It was Maharishi Yogi's teacher, Guru Dev, who accidentally found that Westerners who learned this meditation, that because they didn't understand the meanings to the mantra words, that repeating the mantra caused an enigma, which caused the mind to settle into a deeper stillness. Maharishi took his findings and labeled it Deep Transcendental Meditation before shortening it to TM. So the author is correct saying that any small made-up word that has no meaning will work. By the way, even Maharishi said any word will work in an interview." That's fascinating because those people who talk kind of against what I speak about in my transcendental meditation video, they mention um, how it has to be like a special word, like it can't just be any word. And you know, I did delete some comments on that video because some people just seemed to be pretty rude in their comments, which I don't really appreciate. I mean, but if they're respectful and stuff and they just want to share their perspective, then I don't delete them. You know, but on this channel I value respect, and since I'm the owner of the channel, I can just like delete the comments at my will, kind of thing, if I think that people are just being rude. But yeah, that's really interesting because that confirms what I was also saying in the video, that any kind of random word would work, but as long as it's like a meaningless word, then it will cause or can cause very deep meditation. But don't want the video to be too long, so moving on. Mm, the Bob 330 says, "One thing he said about how subtle the results are. For me, the change was so slow it was hardly noticed, except for startling, sudden realizations. My first was I was able to count the strokes when I stropped my razor all the way to 50. I could previously never get much past 10 or 15 before losing count. But suddenly, and ever since, I could keep count to 50. Wow, that's amazing. So your attention increased literally fivefold. My second was that even though I had flown a lot for decades, it had always given me extreme anxiety. Suddenly, even very turbulent flights made me hardly think about it. There were many such changes in my mental state, particularly around 4 to 8 months after starting. So, yeah, that's a very good point. Is that sometimes the changes can be subtle, but sometimes they can be very noticeable. And sometimes it can take a really long time to notice the benefits, but some people say that they get benefits immediately. So, it just depends on the person, I suppose. Next comment, Sludge Fest Metalhead says, there was one day after a few weeks of doing this that I just got overwhelmed with an extremely euphoric sensation that just started happening in my entire body. I had to cut that session short because I just couldn't stop laughing at how weird it felt. And my energy for the rest of the day was heightened, like I was above petty problems we come across every day. And I had my mindset on more important things like goals and my family. My mind is the most powerful thing, lol. Well, where I said thing, it actually doesn't say thing, but there's certain words that I have to avoid in these videos, for to keep my channel, so they don't delete my channel because YouTube is a bit strict, due to their advertisers and stuff like that. So we have to use code language to slip under the radar, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's amazing. I've had meditations like that before. I can recall several occasions. The first time I was doing my transcendental meditation, and I just slipped into the nothingness, and it was like literally I was like in the void. Like it's hard to describe, but like literally it was the first time in my life that I had no thoughts. I'm sure when I was like born or whatever, I didn't have thoughts, but I don't remember that. I have no recollection of that. Of when I was born, but this is the first time in my life that I consciously had no thoughts. Is that time, and then the next one of the other most profound meditations, I had taken a certain secret supplement, which is very mind expanding. A certain fruit, that is very beneficial, and but only a very small amount, mind you. So I had been meditating like every day down at this particular beach. I actually have a video on my channel of me meditating down there. So I had been meditating every day down at this particular beach, or almost every day, meditating there like for 1 or 2 hours per day, and then also meditating at home like before bed for like 1 hour a day, and like achieving so many benefits. And one time when I was meditating down there, it was the winter time. It was really cold, but the sun was really bright, and the sun was beaming down on me, and I just became so euphoric, and I had all these amazing ideas in my head, and I think the supplement helped a little bit with that, but it was like 91% the supplement and 99% the meditation, because I could take that supplement like anytime. I wouldn't normally have like such profound effects, but because I had such an amazing meditation, it was just awesome, and I just left with like this afterglow, and I just had all these amazing ideas and inspiration, and like no fear, like they say cortisol is like the fear hormone, but back at that time, like I was doing such profound meditations, and I didn't really have like a lot of responsibilities or whatever, so I would meditate like so many hours, and I just felt like, yeah, it was amazing. I will always remember that, and so I can relate to that, experience, and so we don't need to take anything to have these powerful experiences. Meditation can sometimes cause some pretty wild experiences. That's for sure. The next comment says, "I got relief the very first time. Also, yes, colors out in the world are so much more vivid." Yeah, that's something I want to emphasize. Is like, look at this environment around me here. Like behind me here is a cathedral, But if I meditate here, if I meditate here for like however long, if I meditate here for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like 1 hour, 2 hours, this will, everything will look brighter. Everything is more vivid, like colors are brighter, like the world feels more positive, Not like, and it looks like literally visually looks brighter to me, and everything looks more like defined, more vivid, and so on. And so that's uh, that's pretty amazing, Just goes to show that. And so, by the way, thank you, everybody. I didn't say thank you, but thank you for your comments, you guys. Um, and Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that you got relief, because a lot of people suffer from anxiety, depression, and so on. And I'm really happy to hear that you got some relief from from doing my meditation. A lot of people in the comments say that I helped them and stuff, and I'm really happy to have been able to help so many people. The last comment that I'm going to mention says, I went to a TM center in New York. There was a short introduction, and afterwards they asked if I was interested in learning. This comment is from Kurt Materne, 2019. It says, I went to a TM center in New York. There was a short introduction, and afterwards they asked if I was interested in learning. I said yes. When it came time to pay, they wanted my debit card. I said I prefer paying cash. They insisted on me paying with a card. I told them I don't have a debit card or a credit card. They could not comprehend this. Apparently, TM people can't transcend commercial banks. Yeah, that's funny. That just goes to show that they are such a big business, because I feel like little businesses, they will normally take cash. When you go to a farmer's market, a lot of the people, they don't take debit or credit. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't, because it's just like they don't have the machine, and they're old school, and I prefer paying in cash, actually. For many years, I just paid with cash, like there was a time in my life where I didn't even have a bank account, and I just made money in cash and I paid in cash and that kind of thing, you know. And the world is changing though, but still kind of in the small scale of things at the farmers markets or like just whatever, or the people who are more so like they're not really big on the government. Like I was never big, on the government, So I always oftentimes prefer that people pay me in cash if I do a little job or whatever, or you know. And so yeah, that just goes to show how they are just basically a corporate entity. I feel like when something becomes like a corporate entity, they want everything to be with through the banks, and yeah, I think it just takes away from it, like because then also when it's a corporate entity, then it becomes very structured and a lot of rules and crap. So yeah, it's much better to I think be flexible, And it's not like there's anything wrong with debit. Sometimes I pay with debit because I'm short on cash or whatever, or because it's more convenient and so on. Because it doesn't make sense to carry like hundreds or thousands of dollars with me like all the time, like if I have to pay bills or whatever. But yeah, yeah, that just kind of goes back to the original point that the David Thompson said that Zen Buddhist masters rely on donations. They cannot earn income. So that kind of goes back to that point. It's like um, yeah, yeah. So really interesting comments. I think yeah, I think it's just good to go your own way with meditation. Watch YouTube videos, do research, read books, and yeah, just do your own thing, go your own way, and like in life in general, just like do your own thing. Like you gotta, you don't have to like join this big corporation. You can meditate by yourself or with your friends or whatever. get amazing benefits. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars, you know? It kind of just goes back to that original point from my how to do transcendental meditation video. And I highly recommend that you go watch that. I will link it below. I think I will also at some point put it in the end screen of this video. So so people who make it to the end, they can just click on that if they want to watch it, if they haven't seen it. Because that is, yeah, same point that I made in that video, that it's pretty much a scam, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I hope you are all enjoying your days, your lives, your meditations. Hope you're getting out there and meditating. And so now, I'm just going to just show you around a little bit this beautiful cathedral, if you want to stick around for that, or not, or if not, if you don't want to stick around for that, that's fine. You can just, if you don't want to stick around for that, that's fine. You can just sign off. Oh. But, yeah, this is a pretty beautiful cathedral. It's not so ancient as some other cathedrals, but beautiful nonetheless. I don't know how old this one is exactly, but there's one nearby, in a town nearby, that's about more than 400 years old. But this one might be at least 300 years old. And beautiful, peaceful area, you know, very quiet. Because here in Mexico, it's like very kind of loud a lot of the time, like a lot of music and stuff. But here in this particular spot, it's like quiet. It's actually great for meditation here. I'm happy we came. I came here with my friend, but he doesn't want to be on camera. But I'm happy that we came because, yeah, great little meditation spot. But yeah, we don't have cathedrals like this in Canada, you know? This kind of a building, this building is literally meant to last forever, you know? Like, this building will last forever. It might need some little renovations over the years, but not much, you know. This kind of a building is meant to last for thousands of years, you know. Wild, the amount of work that goes into building a literal building from stones like this, back-breaking labor. And to imagine what it would have been like here 400, 300, 400 years ago. Old door, you know? I like those old style big ass doors. Really cool. Door is probably about, who knows? Could be 100 years old, this door. Not sure what this area is for, but I think this might be where you would have put a torch here in the olden days, you know, before electricity, to light up the area. But this part looks more modern, the floor here. But nonetheless pretty cool. And here you have some maguey, which is the agave plant. And the agave is what, or maguey in Spanish, is what they make tequila and mezcal from. So, beautiful. And this is what it looks like when it's flowering. And there's also a drink which I like a lot, which is called pulque, which is like almost like a wine made from the nectar of the maguey. it's very delicious. It's healthy too, like has a lot of health benefits. I'll show you the view before I go. Beautiful view out there. Down there is a maguey plantation. It's where they grow the agave. And kind of here on out, it's very like wild. I see out there's like a little mini temple out there off in the distance. And yeah, beautiful area, you know, fresh air. And the culture here, it runs deep, you know, with the religion and also the pre-Hispanic traditions. And yeah, super fascinating. But I'll sign off for now. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video. And you want more videos. I'm planning to upload lots more videos soon. And you may have noticed I deleted some videos. That's because I recently monetized my channel and I just didn't want to risk those videos affecting my monetization. But from now on I will be posting all sorts of videos, but on some certain topics I might speak more so in code language, in secret language to not anger the gods, if you will. But yeah, so feel free to subscribe if you want to. That would really help me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.